Hi, in this video we are going to look into the match command applied to the nesting module. Basically this allows you to transfer automatically information from the nested element to the nesting billet. But the thing here is all the elements within the same billet need to have the same value for that specific attribute, and all that can be done automatically. To check this, here I have two different story 1 and story 2. Each of them have different group applied, so the floor, the roof, and the floor here at the bottom. Then here we have the east part of the building and the west part of the building. To differentiate them, here I've applied different colors so we can tell them apart easily when we are in the nesting module. If we were to check here by assigning here the attribute display, we can see here the way the attributes have been assigned. So here the thing is, when you assign attributes using the map from the nested element to the nesting element, all the elements into the nesting billet need to have the same attribute value. And in this case, for example, if I select this one and the element nested with it, Ctrl I, they belong to the same story, but to different building location. So this attribute won't be able to be matched to the nesting billet. So let's have a look here. So they've all been already nested. And as you can see here with the colors, you see that some of the billet use the same color, so element of the same basically group. And then here when you have like pale blue and blue, this is the same story. And when it's actually here, it's element of different story and therefore different groups. So here to match, we will simply select all the elements that we need to match the attribute from to the nesting volume and use the shortcut Alt-V as shown here at the bottom of the screen. This window here will open and we can here select the attribute we wish to take into account. So in our case was the group, the building location, and the story. If you check other element, it's not a big deal as long as not all the elements within are the same value, they won't be matched. So if you want to, you might want to try to assign all the attributes to the billet. Here, of course, as the basic match, you can also create specific sets, allowing you to easily recall them when working in other projects. Once we press apply, we are going here to have a warning about all the different attributes that could not be assigned to the nesting billet because different for all the different elements nested inside. And here, if we were to check what the result is, for this I have here set the attribute display to be the same on nesting volume and nested element, and we will see that here we have only the group and the story matching, different location, not assigned to the nesting volume, and the same goes for most of them. This way, when you are going to export, for example, either to the machine or to a list, your nesting element will have access to this additional information. I hope this will be useful, and see you next time.